Alright, welcome. This is M-Dog, and I thought I would just give you a quick video here with some recommendations on bait casting. So if you don't know, when you get to this point of being at 50% in spinning in this Russian Fishing 4 game, you unlock the ability to fish with a casting rod and to use a bait casting reel. And so if you're like me, and I think many people, you may do a lot of float fishing and then bottom feeder fishing early in the game. But once you get to Curie, many of us start getting into spin fishing a little more. And this leads to you leveling up spinning, and then eventually you're able to try out bait casting. Now, some of you may have started spinning from the very beginning when you first started playing. But for me, it was like a later thing. And but once I got into it, it got really good. So I want to show you 3 different rods here. And 2 of them are complete rigs. 1 of them is just an extra rod. The first I want to talk about here was the first bait casting rig that I got. And it was a very inexpensive, at least for casting rods and bait casting reels, a very inexpensive start. So you see this Express Fishing Vision CST C66MH only goes up to 10 kilograms. So it's just an entry level small little pole, and what we put on here was the Siberia Spider 400R, and this little bait casting reel goes up to 7 kilograms. Now I will tell you, this rod and reel ended up just being so much fun to me. No matter what you hook into, even if it's a perch, you're gonna feel it on this little thing. So really fun fights. Of course, you want to be careful where you're fishing. I mean, this rod is perfect if you're going back trying to spin fish at Mosquito or Winding Rivulet. You may be able to get away with, Oldberg and Curie a little bit. You're going to really feel some of those fish though. So, but it's just a really fun rig, especially if you're trying to figure out, is this something I want to do in terms of the casting rod and bait casting reel. The other thing I'll show you though, as we slip into the pond, is the Super Duty. So if you take this reel, the Siberia Spider, or a bait casting reel similar to this, in other words one of the starter ones, this one's up to 7 kilograms. If you put it on a little beefier casting rod, this one gets all the way up to 24 kilograms. So, this one's a little, I would say a little too strong almost, but you can put that Siberia Spider on this, overload the fishing line even more, and then you've got sort of a hybrid. It's not the really nice one that I'm about to show you, but it's also a little stronger than that starter one. It's still my favorite to use the Spider on the really small rod, just because of how fun the fights are. But that is an option if you want to go that route to get a little more distance out of that Spider if you do pick up that reel. But my real recommendation here for bait casting and casting rods is going to be this rig. And this rig has been a game changer for me in terms of how much I've enjoyed spin fishing and my ability to make a little more silver going after certain types of fish, especially here at Volkhov. This rig is going to be great here at Volkhov. You can use it at Sura very comfortably. Not so much bear, because that's mostly about the carp there. Curie, you can definitely land anything at Curie with this rig. So let's take a look at it. What we have here is the Siberia Model 1. And I do have to mention, if you don't know, Absolution in game is the one that not only recommended this rod to go with this bait casting reel, but also actually donated it to the stream. So I have him to thank for really figuring out how good this combo would be. But so this is Siberia Model 1 CST S88H, and here's the key here. It's got this reel on it, the Siberia Steelhead 600R. So it's got a max drag of 16 kilograms, and these bait casting reels are just really powerful. And the load capacity on the rod is 35.5. These two work great together. We've got some really expensive Devil Braid line on here. You don't have to go the super expensive route. You see, we are overloading. We're getting close to the rod capability, overloading the reel with this line, which may cause a little more damage more quickly, but we're hoping to make up for that in the speed in which we can reel in some of those big Atlantic salmon. We have a leader that's matching the load capacity of our line. That's how I've been doing it. Other people may do it differently, but that's how I've been doing it. And then if you're fishing here at Volkov, you definitely want the Hunter 1003 to be part of your repertoire. It is really good to have. What's up, Jorge? Let me just finish up this video, and I will definitely tell you about how the expo went. So this is a great rod and reel. Let's just see it in action one time, and then I will we'll go look at it in the store, just so you can kind of see how much it costs, at least here at Volkov. So we've got a little wind here, 10 meters per second out of the northwest, so we're going against that. But what's up, Connect? But let's reel this puppy in. So one thing that's really important, you want to get on your jig step as quickly as possible. We're doing a retrieval speed of 25. By your third rotation, you should be there. You should see that jig step show up, and it should pretty much just stay there, unless you're fishing in a place that's got really crazy elevation, and then you'll see it change some. But the longer you keep that jig step up, the more of a chance you've got of getting a fish on the line. It certainly increases your chances. Not that there aren't other ways you can reel it in. You can go with the stop and go, or just more of a straight reel in, and sometimes that'll get fish that aren't getting on the jig step. There's something good. And so hopefully this isn't a catfish. How embarrassing would that be? Let's check our friction break out. If it is a catfish, it's a very small one. I don't think it is. It's just our friction break was so low. And this is what we do with this rod and reel. When you've got this powerful bait casting reel, oh, fish got away. How terrible is that? So embarrassing. But when you have this this powerful rod and reel, what you want to do, you just want to power those fish in. You've got the strength, right? What's up, Sport Visor? So I'm going to give you one more cast here. We can't leave on an embarrassing note. I'd rather not catch a fish than have one get away like that. That was powerful. Exactly. What's up, Q? Long time no see. All right, so we're going to pull this in one more time, and then, like I said, we'll go look at it in the store, and then we'll wrap up the video, and then we'll continue the stream. If you're catching this on YouTube and want to join me, we're here at Twitch, MDog Gaming on twitch.tv. Pretty much every day, learning new stuff in Russian Fishing 4 all the time. So we've got the jig step up. One thing we need to do is work in a quick snack. There we go. Keep that jig step going, see if we can't... Alright, we've got something here. Let's just catch a little perch for you, right? Alright. So there is the bait casting rod rig in action. Again, it has just been a game changer for me. So fun. And let's go look at it in the store, like I said, and then we'll wrap this up. If you're interested in getting really more into spin fishing and want to try out the casting rods and the bait casting reels, you could do a lot worse than this setup we're using right now. All right, so rods, let's go down to casting rods, which are going to be right here. And it is the Model 1 S88H. So here at Volkov is about 1,300 silver. You can save a little bit off of that if you catch it at another river, but that's about what you're going to pay. A big jump there from the 78 to the 88. But that's the Model 1 CST casting rod, and it is a beaut. And then let's look at the reel. Of course, this is the it's not low profile. It's a classic bait casting reel. Siberia stillhead. We've got the 600. Goes up to 16 kilograms max drag, and it is a fun, really fun reel to use. 500 is a little bit cheaper, but it's significantly less in terms of the max drag. So you're looking at 2,800 here at Volkov. So a little over 4,000 for the two together, and again, that's here at Volkov. You can save a couple hundred if you go elsewhere. And real quick, we did have that the braided. The Devil Braid orange, and we're using the 30 kilogram, so you can see that's not cheap either. You were fine with going with the silk. We've had so much fun with this, we wanted to go all in on some real nice line, but that's what we've been using. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully that's helpful. If you're looking for a suggestion on a casting rod and bait casting setup, I highly recommend it. But as always, thanks for watching. McCugan, you're halfway to that reel. Nice.